Tempt. Romance audiobooks. A safe place to explore your dreams.
Chapter 1. Sky Dancers. If you drop me, you're dead. Galaxy Gold puffs out his bare chest, standing beside me on the platform only big enough for the two of us. Music blares from the speaker below, muffling the soft commotion from our audience. A spotlight shoots a beam from below, setting the sequins on my costume sparkling. My chest heaves with my breath, the anticipation of our routine humming through my muscles. I don't usually get nervous, but Galaxy threw off my mojo an hour before we were to step on stage. Maybe you should have thought about that before changing the routine tonight, I say, faking my biggest smile. The glitter from my makeup sparkles on my eyelashes, distracting me just a bit. Luckily for me, I can do most of my routines with my eyes closed, even with last-minute changes. Plus, if I drop you, you'll be the dead one, so say a prayer, baby cakes. 30 seconds. The spotlight illuminates the world, shadowing the crowd 50 feet below. We have 0 permits for our setup, but that doesn't matter to Galaxy. We'll be on the road before any of the county law enforcement comes patrolling. Galaxy clenches his jaw, trying to get his smile to outshine mine. 20 seconds. Don't fuck up. You fuck up, and no one will tell their friends. We'll be out of business by the next town. Star Slater claps her hands to the beat of the music, screaming for the audience to cheer us on. According to her, silence during a performance is deadly. I think it's more relaxing than anything. It's far better to have someone silently hope for the worst, keeping their morbid thoughts to themselves, rather than having a bunch of asshole teenage boys chanting for us to fall. 50 feet is a long way down, with only asphalt to splat on. Yeah, right. If I drop you, more people will come to see, I tease. Galaxy groans and tightens his fingers through mine. He stretches out his other arm and straightens his back. I stare at him in my peripheral vision, awaiting his cue. Pointing his finger, he motions to Orion O'Brien below. I bounce on the balls of my feet and mirror Galaxy's pose, waving my arm out on the opposite side. 10 seconds, sugar pie, he mutters through his clenched jaw, his mouth never breaking from his performance-ready grin. He flexes his muscles and watches Orion dance across the stage below to give Star the end of the silk ropes. She twists them in her hands and swings across the stage to position herself beneath us. Tipping her head back, she greets me with a dazzling smile. Let's hear some noise for the brilliant sky dancer, Nova! Star claps her hands and shouts my name over and over, cheering me on. I chuckle and blow a kiss at her, the fact that she doesn't get the audience to chant for Galaxy not going unnoticed. She's still pissed off that he cut her act in half and made her the MC for tonight's show because Mars missed our departure time and got himself stranded in Bayport until tomorrow. The dumb fuck. He knew better than to keep Galaxy waiting. If Galaxy is one thing, it's punctual and stubborn. Galaxy squeezes my hand, drawing my attention to him. Get ready, Nova. If you don't screw this up, I'll give you the closing act tomorrow night, he says, snatching the silk rope Star swings at him from below. He quickly twines it around his bulging, muscular arm and prepares to jump. What? I ask, excitement rushing through me. The closing act? He's never allowed anyone to close with a solo apart from himself. No! Galaxy launches me through the air before I'm ready. The world whirls around me as I flip midair, my brain screaming to get my shit together. I should have expected a low blow move from Galaxy. He loves teasing me and freaking out the crowd. I miss my mark, my fingers an inch from the bar I'm supposed to swing around to land on the next platform. The crowd gasps and screams as I freefall a dozen feet. I snatch the rung of the metal ladder on the backup platform and jerk myself to a stop. My fingers scream in pain, and my arms stretch with the force, but I manage to save my ass. Erupting in loud cheers, the audience continues to yell and chant my name. I flick my hand out and wave, acting as if missing my mark is all part of the show. With a breath, I climb the ladder halfway up and stretch my legs open and out to do the splits in the air just to piss Galaxy off. I bet he didn't expect me to recover so gracefully, but hell, I'll be sore tomorrow. I reach the platform and blow a kiss to Galaxy, letting him know I'm ready. He wraps the silk rope around his waist and jumps from his platform, spinning a few times. Orion adjusts the length from behind the flimsy curtain of our makeshift stage, sending Galaxy another 10 feet into the air. As much as Galaxy gets on my nerves, I can't help myself from admiring his lean, muscular frame. His arms flex and his abs tighten as he performs his aerial acrobatics, twisting and untwisting himself far more skillfully than I ever could. The crowd cheers with his quick spins, and I rub my hands together and count silently through the last 20 seconds of his performance. Galaxy climbs all the way to the top of the scaffolding of our stage and hangs by one arm to show off his strength. He blows a kiss at the audience to signal my cue. Swinging by his arm, he jerks his body to fall toward the other platform. He purposefully misses and yells out, flailing his arms. Bending my knees, I jump into the air and grab onto the silk rope. Right on cue, Galaxy catches my leg and stops his freefall. I jerk a foot down with his weight, burning my hands on the ropes. I nearly let go in the process. Our roles should have been reversed, considering he's a good 70 pounds heavier than I am. But he controls the act and spotlight. It's his name on the marquee. Galaxy Gold and the Sky Dancers. Funny, I know, but I love performing. And I can't beat free travel and a place to sleep in the RV, even if I do have to share the bed with Star. "Let's give it up for Galaxy and Nova!" Star yells, clapping her hands. Galaxy slides down the rope and stops a few inches from the ground. He tips his head back to look up at me. I release the rope and somersault through the air, silently begging for Galaxy to catch me. His strong arms engulf me, and he swings me back into the air to flip once more to land on my feet. I fling my arms out with my smile, listening to the roar of the crowd. Galaxy grabs my hand and whirls me to him, where he locks me into a hug and kisses me right on the lips. I tug myself away and narrow my eyes at him, but keep smiling. We bow to the audience, and Star reminds them that we live on their generosity and wouldn't be able to entertain them otherwise, in her polite way of asking for donations. Skipping behind the curtain, I duck through it and grab my water from the folding table. Orion jogs to me and scoops me up. I laugh and pat his cheeks, squirming until he sets me down. This is my favorite part of the show, the finish. Not because it's over, but because we're all high on adrenaline, and Galaxy sheds his hard-ass attitude for a few hours. Star whistles through her fingers, bolting toward us. "That was fucking brilliant, Nova! You were a rock star!" Hugging me, Star kisses each of my cheeks. "Maybe we can work on an act? I had some ideas." "All right, everyone, listen up," Galaxy says, stepping backstage while cutting Star off. A tall man in a suit follows behind him, staying close to his side. His blue eyes search around the room before landing on me. Starting from my feet, he works his way up the length of my body to drink me in. Galaxy notices the man's attention on me and gives me what I can only describe as the look. Galaxy must want something he thinks I can get with my charm. Or my ass. Whichever works. Fucker. "This is Mr. Lyatt. He's kindly invited us to his bar for drinks on him. Get changed and hustle. We leave in 5. Galaxy smirks at me, daring me to argue. It's not that I care, because it wouldn't be the first time one of us, including Galaxy, has used their assets for something. Maybe Mr. Lyatt is a rich bastard who wants to book us for entertainment. Star squeals and claps her hands, rushing toward Mr. Lyatt. She curtsies in front of him, stretching her long legs. I silently beg for Mr. Lyatt to turn his interest to her, because she's pretty, bubbly, and a lot of fun. But his attention remains glued to me. "Thank you, Mr. Lyatt," she says. "Nova and I love a good bar scene." She's not wrong about that. Mr. Lyatt remains utterly silent and only responds to Star with a nod. I run my fingers over my head and tug my hair from its bun. The red tendrils cascade over my shoulders and down my back, tickling my waist. I stroll the few feet to where I left my boots, not giving Mr. Lyatt my attention, but remaining aware of him. I don't rush to change with Star or touch up my heavy makeup. Wasting clean clothes on some bar is the last thing I want to do. But I know pajamas wouldn't fly with Galaxy. My glittery black and sequin costume will do. It's not like the costume is too far out there. The soft material hugs my curves. My long legs on display from the shorts of my one-piece, and rhinestones decorate the collar of my halter top. I love this particular costume the most. Galaxy prefers we get attention anyway. It helps bring people to our show. Your performance tonight was splendid. The deep, sultry voice draws my attention to Mr. Lyatt. His shadow casts across the floor as I tie my heeled boots. It was unlike anything I've seen. You're natural in the air, elegant and graceful. This guy, he's sure laying it on thick. I stand up and straighten my bodice, keeping my voice soft to sound sweet. My aunt put me in gymnastics when I was a child. I've spent most of my life in a gymnasium and being a daredevil on anything I could climb and balance on. I've always loved the feeling of flying through the air. Galaxy helped hone my performance skills. I comment, turning my head slightly to meet his gaze. I bite my lip with a smile as he pretends to be engrossed with what I have to say. And thank you, Mr. Lyatt. I'm happy you enjoyed the show. It's why I do what I do. I must admit that the whole performance was enchanting. I'd have never guessed you to be, what do you call it, a sky dancer? I try not to let my smile falter. His comment rubs me the wrong way. What does he mean by it? I decide not to overthink it and say, aerial acrobat, but I love being called a sky dancer. It feels more fitting in my soul. I love what I do. I mean, look at you. I'd have never been treated for a night out by a gentleman otherwise. I know Star feels the same. It's so nice of you. I can already see his interest in me building. He's a little older than I prefer, but he does seem nice. Maybe Galaxy will hold true to his word if I manage to get whatever he wants from Mr. Lyatt. And hopefully it's a paying gig. It would benefit all of us. It's my honor. And please, call me Rhett. He offers his hand out to me, and I automatically shake it. Static shocks the both of us, making me laugh. Energy always seems to cling to me after a performance with the ropes. I tilt my head up to glance at Rhett. He graces me with a smile that crinkles the corners of his startling light blue eyes. It's not seductive or leering, purely friendly, and I wonder if I misjudged him. I'm just not used to men offering me compliments just to be nice. I guess I'll find out. I study his features for a moment, trailing my gaze over his sharp cheekbones and to his angular, clean-shaven jaw. His brisk floral scent wafts with the breeze. My hair blows around my shoulders, and I realize we're both staring at each other far longer than we should. I hope this isn't too forward, Rhett says, breaking the silence. But have you considered trading in your profession with a traveling show to something more permanent? I've been thinking about having a nightly act. I shift my gaze, watching Star and Orion exit the RV. It's an interesting proposition. I've never done something completely solo. And, well, this is my family. He hums under his breath. Perhaps you'd consider the idea if I extended the offer to your companions. There's something about you. I'd like to get to know you. Well, if that isn't a bit much, offering me a gig just to get me to stay longer. If Galaxy didn't saunter from his trailer and smack his hands together for attention, I bet Rhett's next words would have been asking if he could take me to dinner. It's not the first time I've been hit on after a performance, just not by anyone quite like Rhett. I mean, who the hell wears a suit to a pop-up sideshow? Or try to extend my stay with crazy propositions? I don't get the chance to ask because Star and Orion join our group. Rhett doesn't persist with his conversation, and allows Galaxy to lead him toward the parking lot. Galaxy automatically starts inquiring more about the area and which towns are better to stop in. He even suggests a performance at Rhett's bar tomorrow night. A blip of concern washes through me. What the hell would I do if Rhett offered Galaxy the gig as a way to get me to stay? Would I? I'm not even sure if I'd have a choice. This is my life. The only thing I can count on is that Galaxy doesn't like to stay anywhere for long. Nova! Damn it, did you hear me? Galaxy asks, drawing my attention away from the shiny convertible parked next to the junk jeep we tow behind the RV. I purse my lips without comment. Mr. Lyot wants you to ride with him. You cool with that? Galaxy glares, daring me to tell him no. I don't have to read his mind to know he wants me to take advantage of the situation to find out how much we can get out of this man. I bob my head. Yeah, that's fine. I only agree because I know Galaxy will be following. Also, I can't resist wanting to climb into the convertible. I don't recall ever riding in a luxury car, and I'm down to experience things at least once. I doubt Rhett will do anything crazy. He wants me to hang around and not flee. Rhett smiles and waits at his black two-seater Porsche with the passenger's door open. I look at the pristine leather and then down to my glittering ensemble. I hesitate. Maybe I should ride with my friends. My costume might get glitter everywhere. Rhett motions to me to get in. Then it'll just be another way for me to remember you, Sky Dancer. I giggle at his flirting and slide into the cool seat. Before I know it, Rhett's speeding down the dark road with tall trees on both sides. I keep an eye on Galaxy's Jeep in the side mirror. It's a good thing he drives like a maniac or he'd never be able to keep up. Nova? I'm assuming that's not your real name, is it? Rhett asks, adjusting the volume on the stereo until it reaches a background-level pitch. I swivel to glance at the side of his face. It is now. I legally changed it. Nova Noble, Sky Dancer for Galaxy Gold. I think it has a nice ring to it, don't you think? It does, he says, his features softening. Nova Noble. My name sounds softly on his voice as he says it to himself, like he wants to imprint it on his brain forever. May I once again be forward with you? Oh, hell. Here it comes. He's going to ask me out. I wish he would have waited until the end of the night. I flick my attention to the Jeep behind us again. It depends. I'm not going to go out with you so that you can fuck me if that's currently what's on your mind. Crass? Maybe. Worth seeing his surprise? Absolutely. He laughs in exasperation, the husky tone of his voice lingering in my mind. I suppose I should have chosen my words more carefully. I can imagine you get propositioned a lot in your profession. I crinkle my nose. Asked out? Yes. Propositioned? I'm a performer, nothing more. He groans, shaking his head. My apologies. I didn't mean to insinuate anything. I slouch in the seat as awkward silence falls between us. Staring out the windshield, I keep my attention on the road. I can feel Rhett's eyes penetrating the side of my face, but I don't want to look at him. I just hope this car ride ends soon. Where the hell is your bar anyway? I ask, resting my elbows on my knees. I know it's been more than a few minutes, but time seems to slow. I have a confession to make, Rhett says in response. His words are the last things I want to hear after asking him where the hell he's taking me. My chest tightens, and once again I search the side mirror with the Jeep. I swear there better be a bar. Don't think I won't fight. Rhett turns on his blinker and swerves right onto a gravel road. Dust sprays behind us with the sudden movement. I grip the door, a blip of fear sneaking up on me. I wouldn't expect anything less. Rhett punches the throttle, speeding down the road. You know I've been searching for you, and you have been one hard woman to find. Fuck. And why would you be looking for me? Did my aunt hire you? I told her that I needed my own life. I couldn't live with my mom's past straining our relationship. Your aunt? Delphia? He questions. What did you call me? I snap, fear sneaking up on me. That is your name, isn't it? Delphia Drakovich? A flash of light pops through the darkness, and I grip the door handle, wondering if I'd survive if I jumped out. Rhett shouldn't know my name. I've only ever told Galaxy. I haven't even heard it since I up and left my aunt and uncle in the middle of the night with only a note. There was a reason, and now my past seems to come back to haunt me. Stop the car, I say, instead of responding to him. Not yet. I squeeze my eyes shut. I said stop the car! We are stopped, Rhett says, his voice lowering. Look around. Fluttering my eyes open, I stare at the empty parking lot outside the bar. Galaxy honks the horn on his Jeep, startling me. What the fuck? I shout, flinging the door open. Delphia, wait! Rhett reaches for my hand. Please. I don't wait. I don't want to be alone with him for another second. I flee.
You can listen to the rest of the book in the Tempt Romance audiobooks app, available on the App Store and Google Play. The link to the book is in the description. Discover even more bestsellers and exclusive stories updated weekly, only in Tempt Romance audiobooks.